Hi, it's your Psychobuddy. Hi, I have a very special guest speaker for you today. Someone has a really interesting experience and wants to share it in hopes of helping other people who are going through a similar thing. This is my son, whose name is Steve. Steve, tell us about yourself.
So, my name is Steve, and I'm trans.
How does it feel to be trans?
Honestly, it feels better now that I am trans than when I wasn't trans.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a really hard question to be and a lot of my classmates have actually asked me, "Why are you trans?" And it's it just happens. Just you question your gender and then you find it.
You question your gender and then you find it. So there was a time before you changed your name and your gender that you didn't question your gender?
Yep.
And then were you a boy or a girl?
It was a girl.
You were a girl then?
Yeah.
And then how did you start the process of questioning your gender?
Mm,
Do you remember?
nope.
Because I know you have a good friend who is also trans.
Two of them.
Two of them?
Benny.
Benny and Bailey. Yep.
Benny and Bailey.
Yep. Well, for other people, so how old are you?
10.
And how old were you when you changed your name to Steve?
9.
You were 9. So, what do you want to say to other 9-year-olds who are trans?
Don't let anybody put you down.
All right. So, I want to say, as parenting, what it's like parenting a trans kid, I think that it might have been more challenging for me to go through your transition than it was for you. And I could totally be wrong about that. I would love your feedback
You
on it.
probably are wrong.
I'm probably right. It was probably harder for you.
Yeah.
How was it hard?
Well, first of all, when I came out as trans to you, Dad normally thought it was a joke.
Did they really?
Yep. They laughed at it.
How did that feel?
Kind of felt like somebody slapped me in the face.
How would you have preferred that they respond?
Like how you responded.
How did I respond?
Responded quite nicely and took it seriously.
Well, good. Glad I got a parenting point there. The reason that I'm saying that it was really challenging for me is because there's an element of grief at giving up. Do you mind if I say your dead name? Or would you prefer I not? Okay. There's an element of grief at giving up my little girl that I just loved so much. But at the same time, there's joy in having a son, as I always wanted a boy. And really, girl and boy, you're you. You're just you, whichever category feels more natural for you to fit into. But it was hard. And I sucked at changing. The interesting thing is, you say that Daddy and Amelie had a hard time with your when you first told them.
No, they didn't have a hard time. They took it as a joke.
They took it as a joke. But then both of them were able to change how they your pronouns and name. They changed how they said it immediately, and I have been working hard on it for a year and a half, and I still screw up. I mean, it was a year and a half ago that you started transitioning, so I guess it was only last August. Daddy's party on July 30th was when you first put the I am trans sign on the door.
No, that was for everybody else.
But for us, it had started before that. I remember
Yeah.
you went through a gender fluid phase. Do you remember that
Yeah, because they
stage?
took it as a joke.
Oh, you would have stayed Steve earlier than that if they hadn't taken it as a joke? So that might be something that you would say to parents and siblings of other trans kids then, is to really take it seriously. You say it.
Just do not take it as a joke.
When what?
When your kids come out as trans, just don't take it as a joke. No matter what their name is.
Okay. When you say that, when you talk about being trans, is that the same as being a boy trapped in a girl's body, or is it different? I'm asking you to like do an internal scan of what feels real. I realize you're 10 years old and this is enormously abstract, but you're capable. So is it the same as being a boy trapped in a girl's body, or is it a different thing?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm serious. I don't know.
You don't know?
It just felt better when I was a boy.
Huh. You feel more comfortable as a boy than you felt as a girl? Interesting. Is there any question that I should have asked you and didn't that you would like to tell? Either other trans kids or
How,
parents of trans kids?
just like, how should parents react to being their kid coming out as trans or gender fluid, non-binary, whatever? Just take it seriously. Like what I said before, don't laugh at it. It's gonna hurt their feelings. I cried like 5 times over that. And honestly, I'm about to cry because I'm talking about it. But just take it seriously. Don't take it as a joke. Take it seriously. Not that.
Do you feel more loved when we take it seriously?
Because it's kind of like if you spent your whole life working on something really important to you and then somebody takes it as a joke.
Hmm.
Like, let's say if you were a furry and you spent like 5 years working on a fursuit, and then somebody takes it as a joke, or maybe 10 years working on a cosplay, and then they take it as a joke.
Huh.
You're gonna cry. Just don't do that.
Can you tell us what a furry is?
A furry is someone who likes bipedal animals, and there are very, very many definitions of what a furry is.
Furry is someone who likes bipedal animals?
Yeah, animals that stand on 2 legs like humans.
What else other than humans stands on 2 legs?
What do you mean?
Well, giraffes stand on 4, raccoons stand on 4. What other animals stand on two legs?
No, like turning those animals into kind of like a mix between a human and then an animal. So it's kind of like, let's say you have a raccoon on four legs, four legs, and then you turn it into a raccoon with two legs and two arms.
Oh, okay. And that's when you said a fursuit is like an a person creates an animal for themselves, like a
Yeah,
costume,
it's
an
called
animal
an
costume,
OC.
original character.
And it's OC stands for original character, and it's and the animal costume is called a fursuit.
So would you say that like in that way you spend forever working on a fursuit, and the fursuit is like a representation of a part of yourself. It's like an
Nope,
expression, and that's why you care so much about it.
nope. It's just something that you worked really hard on to create.
Okay.
So it's kind of like my sister and her planes. My sister creates model planes that she's very proud of. She really likes planes. And let's say she worked on her whole life on let's say she worked a bunch of time on a plane of hers, and then somebody called her, I don't know what you call somebody who's a fan of planes, an airhead, I guess.
Love it.
and, and she'll cry. Obviously, she'll cry. So it's not. Don't take it as a joke.
To say
Don't
it,
take transitions as jokes.
to put it in a positive way, don't take it as a joke is a negative statement. To put it positively, you would say support
Your
your
child.
kid. Like, so be the thing that I did that felt good to you was when you told me you were starting to change, I accepted you and I was like, I love you, and if that's what you're doing,
seriously.
I took you seriously. Okay. I treated it as a real thing because I saw it mattered in your life.
Take your kids' transitions into like binary, gender fluid, trans. Take your kids seriously. If they're making a joke and you know it's a joke, then laugh at it. If you're 100% sure it's a joke, but if you're not sure, do not laugh at it.
That's really good advice. Thank you for sharing, Steve. I think we're going to wrap that one up. And in the future, if you have more that you want to share to help other parents of, I like transparent. Isn't that great? I'm a transparent. I mean, I'm because I'm a parent of trans, but then it sounds like transparent.
Yeah, one kid in my class named Caleb. Um, he kept calling me transparent instead of transgender.
All right. All right. Bye. Thanks, Steve.